Hey guys, what's going on? Thanks for joining me today. I'm Mark, this is Spiguyver Backpacking, and today I'm out here to show you guys a new piece of gear, something that was shown in one of my previous trip videos, but I wanted to go into it a little bit more detail, and that is this. This is my new ultralight backpacking hammock. You can see from the size of it, it is extremely small, and you can compress it down a little bit smaller than what it is here. So very small, lightweight package. Whole thing right here weighs 11 ounces. So why don't we get this thing hung up and we can take a look at it, talk about what it is. So let's do that, let's go. Hey guys, thanks for coming back, thanks for joining me. What I'm sitting in right now is my new ultralight setup. This is a custom made hammock that is fully to the specifications that I was looking for. So what is it? Well, it's a hammock from TrailHeadz Hammocks. And this was a company I hadn't really heard a whole lot about. I hadn't really seen their name out there. And then I was on Facebook one day, and I think 3 different places I saw their name come up, and I was like, okay, these look like decent hammocks. Why haven't I heard of this company? And so I reached out to John, the owner of the company, and we started talking and decided, hey, you know what, maybe we need to work on a hammock together. And so I ordered this, paid for it fully myself, and this is what I've got. So I've had it out on one trip. It was the trip I did with Dylan out along the Ozark Highlands Trail not that long ago. And I showed it off a little bit there, but I wanted to get into more detail now that I've had a little bit more time with it and talk with you guys and show you what I've got. Now, I'm moving a little bit slowly today, so bear with me on this. About a week ago, a little over a week ago, I had surgery to repair a hernia, and so I'm not moving around all that well. Still having some lingering pain issues. Not that far out of surgery to be expected. So, all right, let's take a look at this thing. Okay, so what I've got right here, this is the new hammock setup. This is a 1.0 HyderD fabric. I really like the HyderD. It's got a very soft, silky texture to it, and it feels really nice. The 1.0 has a little bit of a stretch to it, which at first I didn't like, but I have really grown to like quite a bit. I went with a 0.5 nano bugnet on here, which actually has a really soft feel to it and a little bit of stretch, but I went in the olive color. Now, I know you guys expect the crazy colors, the bright stuff from me, and usually that's what I do. But on this one, I decided to go a little bit more muted, a little bit more of the drab colors, and something that would blend in a little bit more out in the woods for those occasions where I need to blend in a little bit more. So I've got that up here on the ridgeline. Now it does have a 104-inch ridgeline. It does seem a little short. Well, I went with a 10.5-foot hammock. I've used 10, 10.5, and 11-foot hammocks, and while the 11-foot hammocks are very comfortable, I was just as comfortable, I felt, in my 10.5-foot hammocks. I'm not that tall of a guy, so I can get away with it. Got a 3-pocket Ridgeline Organizer here, made of the monolite 1.0. Now you could go a little bit lighter, you could go with something like a bugnet material, but this is going to be a little bit more robust. It's going to hold stuff, and you're not going to have to worry about snagging it, cutting it, hurting it. It's onto the Ridgeline with a prusik with a mitten hook on there, so it could be taken off if you want, but that allows you to move it and have it be secure where it's not going to slide around on the line. Interesting thing here, I went with a 3/4 zipper on one side only, and the way that I wanted it set up, I normally get in and out. So normally getting in and out, I would just lean back, and so my head side would be the other side. But because of the way I wanted to use this hammock, I'm going to switch it up and sit in it, put my head on this side, and then swing my legs around to the other side so that I'm laying with my head on this side. And what that allows me to do is in the morning when I want to do coffee and do it from the hammock, I can just unzip it, reach out, and do it. Now you can do that on a full-sided zipper, but we wanted to save a little bit of weight, and so we went with 3/4 zipper. Rather than have the zipper come all the way up to the triangle up here, we just went 3/4. Finished off very nicely right here, and that's how we did it. On each side there are 3 pullouts, so depending on how you want to pull it out, you could set up pullouts. I typically don't use the pullouts, so they're there if I need them, but I probably won't be using them. For the continuous loops on the ends, I swapped out what it came with, which were just the regular 8-inch continuous loops, and I went with the new Myerstech, the assist loops. Since I do the Beckett hitch, these with those extra knots in there allow you to have a little bit of a leverage, a mechanical advantage to getting that Beckett hitch out, especially when you're using something like the Venom strap, which is notoriously tight on the Beckett hitch. Okay, here you can see I use the Beckett hitch, and you can see that this extra knot that's in there, what it does is it allows a spot where you can use this to put the leverage on that Beckett hitch and take the pressure off of the knot, which really does work well to get that out. So it comes down, it's just a normal continuous loop run through its sewn channel at the end, triple stitched. Stitching all looks very nice right there. We've got a 12-inch triangle area at the peak on each side just for a little bit more reinforcement, and that's also done with a 1.0, this time in gray, and then we've got the olive green. There is the tag from TrailHeadz. Now on the zipper, we went with a pretty standard zipper, but we went with the glow-in-the-dark pullouts, or glow-in-the-dark zipper pulls with shock cord there, so they're a little bit elasticy and easy to grab. And I've got those on the inside and the outside, so at night I can find those no problem. Just the one set of zippers just on that one side. And like I said, it runs down and it only runs 3/4, and you can see how it's finished off very nicely here with the Grosgain to finish it off, so it's a nice finished look. Got those pullouts that are sewn on, so you've got 3 spots that you can do the pullouts. Now I went and swapped out the Sil Poly bag that it came in, the double-ended stuff sack, and went with a Cuban fiber 1.0 or Dyneema, just to reduce the weight even more. The wind catches this and it's a sail. But let's go ahead and get inside and take a look at how it lays. So getting it out of here, not a big deal. Pop off my shoes just like I normally would and get in. And now I'm just swinging my legs across rather than just leaning back. Easy to grab that with it only being 3/4. So now that I'm in here, you can see it is plenty roomy for me. Reaching up, I can almost touch the ridgeline, but not quite. Got the wind kind of blowing this in a little bit right now, but it's not a big deal. You know, I can lay in here and be extremely comfy. I'm laying nice and flat. I don't know if you can see that from the outside, but it's a nice flat lay, and it's very comfortable. All right, so here I am laying in it, and you can get a pretty good idea here of the roominess of this. I'm just gonna spin you around, let you see. If I reach up, you can see I am almost to the ridgeline, but not quite. About 2 inches between there. And then I've got the Ridgeline Organizer up here. I've got my zipper pulls right here, which glow in the dark. And because they're double, you can move them anywhere you want. There's not a set spot they have to be, which is nice. This 1.0 fabric stretches just the right amount that I can really get in here and find a spot. And as you can see here, absolutely no calf ridge at all. You can see how smooth it is between my legs. Because of that stretch, you can really, if there was one, you can kind of grab it with your foot and move it out of the way, and everything is good. Extremely, extremely comfortable. The few nights I've had in it have been very nice. So there you go, guys. This is my new hammock. This is from TrailHeadz Hammocks. If you guys have any interest in getting a custom one done and are interested in something a little bit different, you know, reach out. A lot of cool things are out there, a lot of different companies. Hey, I stumbled upon this one and I'm glad that I did. Got this hammock made It is my lightest full coverage bug net. At 11 ounces, this is a very light hammock. It compacts down to almost nothing. You guys saw it in the opening. It is extremely small, so it disappears into your pack. Not something you got to worry about if you're going ultralight and you are trying to save space, use a small pack size. This or something like it is a great option for you. I have enjoyed it so far. I'm gonna get more testing in it. I really do like those loops from Myerstech. Those things are great when you're working with a Beckett hitch, especially if you're using something like that Venom webbing. That stuff just binds up so tight. A lot of times I was having to wrap it around my foot and step down on it. With this, I can just kind of loop it over and pull, and it undoes every time. I've actually bought enough of those that I put them on all of my hammocks now, and so that's what I'm using. I hope you guys got something out of this. If you have any questions, any concerns, any comments, leave them down below. All of my videos are about backpacking, getting out, gear, different things that I think you guys enjoy. If it is something that you enjoy, go down below, hit that subscribe button. Right next to it, there will be a bell icon. Hit that and you'll get notifications every time I post a video so that you don't miss anything. As always, I will see you down the trail.